So I have a Commodore 64c. This is one of the later models. It's got the 8580 SID chip on it. And these are actually kind of hard to find. They're on eBay, but they're about 50 bucks for them, Canadian or so, plus shipping. So by the time I got it, it would be like $70. So, you know, I could buy a whole new 64 for probably a lot cheaper than that. The problem I'm having with this board, and I don't know if it's a SID chip, but it was working fine until yesterday. And then all of a sudden the sound output started being extremely low. I can crank the volume all the way up on the monitor, and then I'll barely be able to hear the sound. But before that, it was working great. I know it's not the monitor. I tested plugging some other things into the audio in there, and the monitor sounds great. I also plugged the 64 into a small set of speakers I have here, and the result was the same, where the volume is really muffled and staticky, and you have to have the volume on max to even pick it out. I read that if this fuse goes, that the whole system will seem to work fine, except you'll have no sound. And I took a look at it, and it looks good. And like testing across it, I mean, there's continuity there. I also read that this capacitor that's at C77, which is this guy right here, if that tests open, then you won't have any sound. So I wanted to take a look at that as well. And it's tough to get onto that far leg there, but it's working, and it's actually a lot easier to get at from the back. If you'll notice, there's another cap here too at C36, but so those are the points for C77 right there. And it's interesting. I don't know if this is expected behavior, but if I test it a number of times, see, now it's not testing open and there's no continuity there. I don't know if that's normal. If I test this other cap here, I can mess around with it as much as I want and it stays open. Maybe it's just a different rating cap that would take more. But the C77, I mean, it does seem kind of suspect. And when I look at this board, there's no other capacitor on here that's identical to C77 that I can compare to. Actually, this one may be the same at C59. C59. Let's try that guy. Seems to continue to work. Back to C77. Not working. I'm wondering if I put a new capacitor there, if that would maybe resolve this issue. Thoughts? Let me know.